The existence and the unhappy finishing of Mickey Shaughnessy. Joseph C. Shaughnessy was born in New York City. He started inside the show enterprise working as a singer in resorts and became a comic whilst he saw that the pay was better. He turned into, additionally, a boxing fighter inside the Gold Gloves. He served inside the Second World War and appeared in a magazine of the U.S. Army referred to as Stars and Gripes. After the battle, a producer from Columbia Pictures saw him act on level and supplied him a screenplay. His debut on screen changed into in the 1952 movie, The Marrying Kind. Shaughnessy, who weighed 6 feet and weighed 210 pounds, played hard and colorful characters. In movies like From Here to Eternity, where he played the type Sergeant Leva. He additionally regarded in Jailhouse Rock because the mentor of prisoners of the individual Elvis, and in Designing Woman, from 1957, as a drunk ex-boxer who could best sleep with his eyes open. Jailhouse Rock is a 1957 American drama movie directed through Richard Thorpe and starring Elvis Presley, Judy Tyler, Mickey Shaughnessy, Yvonne Taylor, and Jennifer Holden. Adapted with the aid of Guy Trosper from a story written by means of Nedrick Young, the movie tells the story of Vince Everett, a convict who learns to play the guitar even as he is in jail, and then will become a star after his launch. The production worker Vince Everett, by accident, kills a under the influence of alcohol and grumpy guy in a bar combat and is sentenced from 10 to 14 months within the state penitentiary for involuntary murder. His cellmate, the singer of country, the failed Han Houghton, in jail for theft at a financial institution, and then convinces Vince to participate in a program for inmates. This is broadcast on TV nationally. After his look, Vince receives many fan letters, but jealous Han prevents his transport. Designing Woman is a 1957 American romantic comedy movie in CinemaScope about two newly married younger specialists with a vertiginous romance and their misadventures to adapt to the lifestyle of the other. Vicente Minnelli directed the movie, starring Gregory Peck, Lauren Bacall, and Dolores Gray, and it has Sam Levine and Chuck Connors. The movie gave George Wells an Academy Award for Best Original Song. In Beverly Hills, California, even as overlaying a golf tournament, New York sports reporter Mike Hagan effectively chooses the winning golfer inside the institution of bets of the Newshounds. With the E1200 he won, Mike starts to shop for liquids. The subsequent morning he wakes up without any reminiscence of the preceding nighttime. With a hangover and thinking that he could not archive his tale, Mike sits next to the pool of the resort ingesting espresso, while an unknown lady, Marilla Brown, techniques him. As he interpreted, he gained praise from critics for roles that in any other case could have gone two ways. Describing in the New York Times, the movie critic Bosley Crowther said that the position of Shaughnessy in The Shipman, 1958, was the detail for which to be greater grateful, and referred to as it quite a few scorn, stomach, dignity, wound, and frown. The Shipman is a 1958 American Western comedy movie, directed through George Marshall and starring Glenn Ford, Charlie MacLaine, and Leslie Nielsen. The participant, Jason Sweet, wins a sheep's herd in a poker sport and proceeds to take them by way of train to the middle of the UU. The first factor he does is fight with the most rude guy there's, Jumbo McCall. And he hits him. He also exhibits himself as an expert with weapons. Del Payton doesn't realize what to do with him, however he feels betrayed by him too, as he is for her. His final papers protected a paper in the Botniks, through Walt Disney, and additionally seemed inside the 1971 series Chicago Teddy Bears, a comedy approximately a clandestine bar in the 1920s. According to the Angel's Times, Shaughnessy once said that he constantly had in mind the antique Irishman, the guy who rejects the dentist's new mouthpiece. He sits there, takes out his rosary, and gives ache for his sins. He also labored on radio and TV and had an act in a nightclub. In his last years, Shaughnessy lived in Wildwood, New Jersey. He persevered to act in nightclubs till the cease of his life. He died on July 23, 1985, at the age of 64, in Cape May Courthouse, New Jersey, lung most cancers. His spouse Sarah, his sister Liz Shaughnessy, 4 daughters, and 3 children survive. Thank you for listening to the tale of the existence of Mickey Shaughnessy.